Welcome to Brawlhalla. Online. Random. Three, two, one, brawl!
Hello and welcome to the Friday stream. Surus is getting his warm-up in. He didn't get to do it before we got onto the stream, but he's going to get his warm-up game in, and then he's going to hop into some ranked. Hopefully y'all can hear us. How's it going, everyone? How's it going, chat? Howdy, howdy. All right, I hear some people. I hear some reactions. Let me see.
Chat?
How is it going over in YouTube land? Always takes a second for the YouTube Twitch, or not the YouTube stream to kind of like activate, so to speak. But hello, fellow Dino. I see a howdy in YouTube as well.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
All right.
What's his elo? Low.
And we'll get into that.
I put the low in elo.
Yeah, he does. It's honestly, it's sad.
Yeah, give me some frames, though.
If you can't recognize our voices, I'm Duke. Surus is currently the one playing right now. The story goes that Surus started off as a tin player. Literally was in tin elo, and through these various study streams on our Friday streams, he has become a high elo player. Not high elo. He's become a gold player. Sorry. He's become higher than tin elo player. He's become a gold player, and so we're trying to level him up more. Every other week or so, when he's available, we try to like literally have him play ranked and talk about, hey, here's what things could have been done better. Here's what could be improved on, things like that. Here's what you did really well. And then the following Fridays, we do like, hey, here's a new weapon. Here's something that you need to learn. Just like he needs to learn how his dodge works as he runs into that.
I walked into it.
We're also changing up the music today. I felt like playing some different stuff. Hopefully, it's intense enough.
Oh, the comeback.
Yeah, y'all are just watching him warm up right now. How's it going? What's up, YouTube chat? YouTube chat says they're doing well.
Oh,
no
nice.
face cam. We'll turn it on in a second. Usually in his warm-up, like we're technically in the pre-stream. Like, stream just started at 1 o'clock. We're in pre-stream right now.
Oh, I'm getting wrecked. Oh, shameful.
What was that? Why would you do that? This is your first stream here. This is so exciting. We're excited to have you here.
Yes!
Pav. And we're excited that Surus was able
Let's
to win
go.
that one.
All right, I'm ready.
You ready?
GG.
We're just there's no point in going to full face cam. Y'all will see us in a second. Is Surus the bearded dude? Quite a few of us in the office have beards.
Yeah.
I have facial hair, you have facial hair, TWK has facial hair. But yeah, we've got a couple of bearded people.
It's all right.
But, hello.
I am crazy Claxer.
Now you can actually see us. This is Surus, and like we said, he started off in tin. He's worked his way up to gold. He's like pretty consistently mid-gold. What do you like? You're like what, gold 2 roughly?
I'm consistently low gold,
Okay.
like 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Like good days, I've hit up 3, 4 maybe.
Well,
I don't know. I don't even think I've touched 4 yet.
Okay.
I think consistency is one of my biggest issues. Like,
Yeah.
I can go. You know, I was playing. I played Metagame Mike at PAX, and he was like, "Oh, you should totally be like in plat by now." I'm like,
I don't know about that. To kind of give credit where it's due. You're playing random, which means that it's a lot harder to be consistent. Like if you had one singular character, then it's a lot easier to be like, all right, I know how I play this character and this character is roughly this elo. But
Right.
you're spreading it across literally the entire roster of our legend pool. So that does make it a little bit harder.
Scream Moranis says he's in gold, and there's no shame in that. That's true.
there's
There is
not.
no shame in that because if you're in gold, you're like top.
You're above
still like
50%.
Yeah, definitely.
I think silver is the 50% mark, if I'm not mistaken. I might have to run and do some behind-the-scenes things, but I'll let you go. And
All right, should I just jump into it?
Yeah, hop into some
into
ranked.
Hey,
Yeah.
and if anybody wants to snipe me, I'm open. But the only rule is if you snipe me, you gotta let me win.
Yeah, of course. That's how it works.
I have played 2 games this season. I have played 4 games. I think I won 2, lost 2.
Okay.
And I lost 1 elo. So
Well,
2 wins. I
not
lost
too
1
bad.
elo.
All right, I'll let you get into a game. Good luck answering any questions while you're in that game.
Oh, I'm not looking at chat, by the way. If I lose concentration, I lose the game. It's that simple. I'm just gonna focus on the screen, talk to y'all between.
Random.
1448, not bad. Thanks, Hyperburn. Good to see you in chat. Whoa, okay, that was quick. Let's go. Who am I? Ragnar.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Oh no, mouse.
Okay. How's it going, chat? How's he doing? Currently, about a minute into this game, even in health. I like that weapon sauce.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're doing that now.
Yeah, I saw Foda hit a bunch of those, and I was like, "Whoa!" It's so simple.
I've been telling you that since like day
I'm
3.
a visual learner. Stop talking to me! Stop talking to me! I'm losing focus! I'm losing focus!
I might be a little bit evil. Stream is not offline. Stream is still online right now. Okay, so bot looks like it's online. Cool. Thank you for the metadevs, sorry, no problem. Yeah, we give out metadevs in a lot of various places. Metadevs sometimes are given out at events like PAX, which is where Surus learned about weapon tossing and things like that. And they're sometimes given out on online forums, Twitters and things like that. You can do it, Surus. Chat's rooting for you. Does he always play random? That can't help him a ton, can it? Yes, he always plays random. And there is positives to it, but I would recommend against it in general. Kind of the big positive of playing random is that you get a better idea of how the characters play and work. It kind of gives you a wider breadth of knowledge, but it's a lot harder to be consistent because of that, because you're not focusing on what you can do better with one character. So it does make it a little bit more difficult, but it's also this is what Surus does to keep himself entertained almost. It's like it helps it be more fun for him. So at the end of the day, it's still a game. It's something that he wants to have fun and be good at.
Oh, nice.
So if it keeps himself like focused, keeps him entertained, then it's okay. But I would recommend against it. If you're capable of finding a main, I highly recommend you stick with that main.
GG.
Someone is asking if Surus plays on controller. For the purposes of our dev streams, we're always on controller because that's just the most convenient for our setups. He does also play on keyboard when he's at his desk.
Whew. That was. I
Sorry?
enjoyed that one. Yeah. I like Ragnar. Can we get some music?
There is music.
It's like awfully quiet. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I think we're just on the tail end of that last song.
Okay, I'm rooting for you today, Surus. Don't make me angry with 6 spam. All right, how was that first one? That wasn't too bad. I don't think I spammed too much.
Let's see how this sounds.
Welcome to Brawlhalla.
Oh, thank you,
Noeo.
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 Thank you for the subscription. Alguien habla español un poco, pero necesito hablar en inglés.
Sí.
Sí. Bueno.
Me llamo
Sky's
Surus.
rate. Well, I don't know what the heck that means.
Sky's raped. Use the Thor intro music. What's Surus' favorite legend? I don't have a favorite legend.
Doesn't. There's a couple like weapons that he's slowly starting to lean towards. I think you were saying like spear and bow were kind of like two that you're.
Yeah. I think those were
fun
the
with.
first ones I actually learned, so I've had most practice time.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little better with lance. I'm getting a little better with axe. I think my spacing for axe is axe. I feel like requires much different spacing from a lot of weapons.
Yeah, I think the big thing is like if you're new to axe, I think you're gonna overreach a lot. I think that happens for a lot of new axe players is they sidelight too far.
You need to put it back. I need this. I need to join this clan. Sorry, my mom called me.
Yeah, he was AFK at the beginning. That phone call, he had to close it out. All right. What's up, chat? I'm here to answer your questions. That's how these Friday streams work. I try to help Surus learn
Nice.
better. If y'all are watching and you see something that he's doing and you're like, hey, he needs to do that less, or hey, your opponent kept jumping. Why don't you use your anti-air more? Things like that. Feel free to put those in chat and I'll translate it to him. Or if you have questions on like, hey, I'm struggling at this elo, or I'm struggling with this weapon, or I'm struggling with this character, things like that.
What? I can't
Feel
get a hit.
free to throw those questions at us. Do I like pancakes and mayo? Not quite about the same topic, but
I've never tried it. I want to try it.
it's really gross sounding. So
I love mayo. I love
don't.
mayo.
I dislike mayo.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
love mayo. I got 3 different jars of mayo in my fridge right now.
Why?
Yeah. I got wrecked is what I got.
Yeah, you're focused on mayo right now. You're thinking about the wrong things. Don't try to hit me and hit me. What? What's happening, chat? This is what happens when it's Friday. How do you dodge read? Okay, a big thing to know about dodge reads is that there's situations where you dodge read. Like, you could try to dodge read every single time, but the best way to do dodge reads is to dodge read off of setup hits, right? So Surus is currently playing with the hammer, right? Hammer has a sidelight. It's got very low variable force, which means that it's great for setting up for moves. So every time he hits that sidelight, he should be watching how the opponent reacts. If he hits the sidelight and the opponent always dodges away from him, that's when you can go for the dodge read, where you chase after, hit that side signature. Or if the opponent always jumps after the sidelight, you can do for a chase dodge neutral signature or a jump side air in place, things like that. It's all about
I wanted that 3. I wanted that 3.
you do the setup and then you know how you look at how they're going to react out of that setup. You can start to read how they're reacting off of other hits, but just know that like you're not generally going to be going for a dodge read off of like a side signature, because generally speaking it's going to launch them really far away and you're basically back to neutral. So usually you want to go for your dodge read off of a setup. Hopefully that makes sense. I think every weapon is viable. Like, for 99% of the players in the player base, the best weapon is whatever you play. You know, it's the difference between you playing with one weapon versus another is going to be pretty marginal, and it's more about the effort you put in and you learning the game. I know that's a really neutral answer, but that's the truth. Like, there isn't a weapon that's like far and away so good that you should switch to that weapon. I am going to have to change the screen, so you're going to have to deal with input.
This music is so epic.
Yeah, I know. That's going to make it harder, too.
Yeah, when I lose. Come on. Oh, the frames! Give me the frames!
I made it active again.
Oh.
I made it active again. Okay.
I need a spear right now.
Is it not possible to chat unless you're on PC? Correct. PC has the chat option.
Get out of here.
Again, if you're in Twitch chat,
supposed to be in neutral.
hashtag codes does literally nothing. So spamming that benefits you in no way at all.
Let's go. GG. Bro, please fast fall. I do fast fall sometimes.
I don't think you fast fall intentionally. Is the big thing.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes, especially when I like when I'm coming back on stage, I try and mix it up.
Okay, nice. Surus is the diamond in the rough. Possibly. Are you looking at the one that says, ask Surus if he remembers the level 90 Scarlet?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, do you remember the level 90 Scarlet?
No.
Okay.
Ooh. This is bad. You don't want
What,
to.
the
You don't want to open with 2 wins.
Oh yeah,
it's all downhill.
Now it's all
from there. downhill. Let's talk about something to bring my heart rate down a little
what's
bit.
going on, chat? Do you have questions? You think they'll make a Qatar and Scythe Legend? We have intention to make every weapon combination. So far, we have no repeated combinations of legends. So that's a maybe. We can't say that we are working on one, but we have no intention of not making one. That's the only way I can explain that. How to break Gauntlet's stun lock? I get trashed by Mordex or Core sometimes. You can't break a stun lock, but you can break the strings. A big thing to note is that there aren't a whole lot of true combos. It's mostly you're probably dodging wrong is what's happening, is you're dodging and you're getting caught after your dodge. So whenever you get destroyed by a Mordex or a Core, go back and watch that VOD. Go watch your replay. It's in the top right. There's a little it's like a circle with an arrow. And see how you're dodging and how he's catching that dodge. Because there's a decent chance that what you're doing is you're just dodging in ways that he is just, that your opponent is catching you. You mix up your dodges a lot more. That'll make it a lot better for you. But there's no way to like break stun. There's just a set amount of stun that happens after hits.
Yeah, this music's not helping. I'm just saying. Do
you want different music?
So listen, I have a very, put on some like, all right, type in like, wait, I got an idea.
You gotta spell it right. This is what you want?
Yeah.
This is what you play ranked to?
This will like maintain me.
Okay.
The thing is, like, I have a very emotional response to music.
Okay.
Like music is like my, I always feel it,
Yeah.
and that music was too much, man. Like even just sitting here listening to chat, I was just kind of like.
Immy asking about pros versus viewer streams. Those tend to happen on the Monday stream. That's the esports stream. That's where you'll likely get the pros into them.
Ready for that first L?
So check out those Monday streams.
All right, chat. Give me some true combos for Volkov. Who's just
chat. If y'all have
I'm a Volkov spammer. I'm just gonna say it. And it's Scythe, so. Oof.
How does the mobile beta work? That's not really what this stream is about, but I will answer it by telling you to go over to brawlhalla.com/mobile because that's got all the information that you need. People asking about devs versus viewers. That's usually what happens on the Tuesday stream. The end. Monday stream is like all esports. Tuesday stream is all hanging out with y'all. And then Friday stream is where we get to answer your questions about how to play better. And so if you have questions like that, then you're welcome to ask them, and we'll try to help you out. Sair Nair downlight in the platform with Axe. Yeah, that's a really solid one. He has to ledge cancel the downlight, which is not easy to do. Definitely better option than throwing out these signatures wildly like he's doing right now. But Sair Nair downlight.
No!
Endlight Ensig. You think that works for Volkov? Sorry?
Oh, rip.
That's you being dumb.
Yeah, I know.
You should not have
I
just
know.
been ground pounding. You don't think Scythe has any true combos? I only do reads. It has a couple true combos. They're not really true combos that you will do in neutral. Or sorry, not neutral, but like it's very rare that you'll like win a neutral engagement and then hit your true combo, right? So when you're on Axe, if you hit that side light, you're likely going to be going for your Nair or your downlight. That was a good read.
Thank you.
That's like 99% of the time, that's what's going to happen is you hit the side light and you're going to be going for that down light read. Conversely, when you're with the Scythe, you're not going to be hitting a move and then going for a true combo after it. You're not going to be hitting a side light in neutral and going for a true combo after it. Instead, you're likely going to go for like side light soft, down light soft, neutral light soft, see how they read, then go for the follow-ups. If that doesn't work, then the other
Nice, buddy. Nice.
sorry. The other thing is you're likely going to be doing the true combos in other situations. Like you'll do the side light recovery off stage, right? Or a gravity cancel side light recovery. But it's very rare that you'll do it just straight out of a on stage hit. Tips for a Val main. I see Vals very recently going for a lot of the down signature on gauntlets. It's got great spacing on it. Pops you up and back. Definitely recommend trying that. Also, Val doesn't have a lot of range, so you really have to work on your movement because she's got a lot of very short-range attacks.
Why does this person not panic jump? I feel like all my reads are just panic jumps based.
Well, I mean, that's a really common thing. So focus on your movement with Val, and then I see a lot of Vals use weapon tosses to break neutral, right? So dash, jump, diagonal, down toss is really strong for breaking neutral as well.
This one's a goner.
Tips for beating Foda. Make sure he's on a controller, so that's your first tip. Because if you're playing him on controller, he's at a disadvantage, and
all right, we take
2v1 him. Trick him into going into a 2v2 with a very bad partner. You'll have a better chance at 2v1ing him than 1v1ing him. How do you motivate your stuck in gold friend to keep playing ranked? You can ask your friend to play twos with you. Twos is generally a slightly less stressful environment because you have that friend there to help kind of balance out those high stress situations. But also understand, like, you don't have to play ranked. Ranked is a great place to get practice against people of relatively similar skill level, but there's no like need to play ranked. And yeah, it's okay if they don't want to play ranked. Tips for getting out of gold. Generally speaking, if you're stuck in gold, you are missing some sort of fundamental, right? So like for Surus, he likes to signature spam a lot, and he likes to panic.
I love panicking.
Yeah, he loves panicking, very unintentionally, but he panics a lot. So things that you can work on that generally helps a large breadth of golds is practice your combos. Make sure that you can hit all of your characters' combos. Practice your dodges. So make sure that you're not panic dodging into the opponent every single time. And then practice not spamming. When a person's low health, don't just be throwing out signatures. Don't be throwing out signatures in neutral. Things like that.
I got this one, though.
What buttons do you recommend for keyboard? I play keyboard with basically default controls. I turn off up to jump. That's just something that I'm not comfortable with. So I have up to aim up, and I use spacebar to jump. And then I turn off light to pick up. Those are kind of like the two biggest things for keyboard. And that kind of goes for basically all control schemes. Is turning off light to pick up is usually a good idea. Mostly because there's going to be situations where like you're stacked with your opponent and a weapon. And sometimes you just want to hit your opponent, but instead you get stuck picking up the weapon. So those would be my two recommendations, but for the most part, like default keyboard is good. That's what I play with. I know some people use the numpad. I'm not crazy about it personally. I don't fully understand why they use the numpad. And I've seen people who do like ESDF instead of WASD, WASD, but
savages, absolutely.
I haven't seen like a huge reason why. It's mostly just comfort. Mouse with keyboard versus just plain keyboard. There isn't like an advantage to it. Again, that's kind of one of those comfort things. The thing to know about using mouse with keyboard is if you go to an offline event, it is going to be slightly more difficult because you're bringing two peripherals instead of one. But it's not a huge thing. It's just literally comfort.
Oh no, one of the two stuck.
We have top players who use mouse and keyboard.
Tell this man to stop spamming and do some actual combos.
We've told him. We tell him every time. Although on the other side, this Queen Knight really likes using N-Sig. So
Yeah, it's pretty. Like on this one, it's easy.
you just keep baiting the N-Sig and then hit him with the anti-air.
Let's go. GG. Wait. Okay.
But y'all see, right? Like in gold, there's a lot of people, not even just Surus, who are spamming a lot of moves just because they're like, hey, these signatures hit really hard. I'm just going to keep doing them because if it hits, it works. A good rule of thumb is to really hold back on those signatures and use them for your reads, right? You use the light attacks for your neutral moves because they've got less recovery frames, and then if the opponent puts out a move that's really punishable, or if the opponent gets into a really obvious habit, like they're always going to panic jump, that's when you start bringing in those signatures into the fold. But almost always, like your first stock should be predominantly light attacks and then maybe some general signature reads if you have those.
What's up, Dexter Boot? See you in chat.
Any tips for good movement? Practice your fast falls, practice your dash jumps. Those are going to be two of your biggest tools.
I'm ready for some different music, but like nothing too like
too
Pirates
intense.
Pirates of the Caribbean, like
Okay.
Caribbean crazy.
How about let's see what's this?
Is that what we listened to before?
No.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Apocalypse.
I think this is too much for you.
That's too much.
Is this too much for you?
I can do that.
Random.
What's the recharge time for the dash? There isn't one. You can stand in place and dash left and right. Probably the biggest limiter for changing your dashes is
Battle of the
you
Witches.
have to wait for your dash to finish before you dash again in the same direction. And conversely, if you're going the other direction, there's a 1-frame turnaround. But you can dash back and forth in place relatively quickly. And for the most part, you can cancel your dash into anything that you'll want to do, like dash into an attack or dash jump. So you shouldn't have to worry about the recharge time on specifically dash. If you're worried about like dodges, that's a whole other thing, and I'm happy to go into that. But for specifically dashes, it should be a non-issue.
Oh!
Wow, that was quick.
Ripperoni.
Surus doesn't currently have a favorite character. He likes to main random. How do you get this Scarlet skin? I believe this is a Halloween skin.
Imagine losing now.
Yeah. This is how you lose. It's because you get cocky.
I think I've actually lost to a bot once.
Any tips for improving your reads? We went over that a little bit earlier, but kind of the big general tip is to know your setups for your reads. Don't just be throwing out reads as a whole. You want to be going for your setup into your reads. So let's see what weapon Surus is going to be getting. Okay, he's just going to be playing unarmed against a bot. It doesn't matter. So like for unarmed, right? You have unarmed neutralite at white health. It's going to put them in perfect position where if they don't dodge, you downlight. If they spot dodge, you can go for a dash into a neutralite. If they jump, you can dash jump neutral air. And that's 3 different things based on 3 different predictions. Those are your reads, expecting them to go for those different reactions, all based off of your neutralite. So it's kind of like you're branching trees based off of your singular move. So just know what your singular move is that goes into the other reads. It's very rarely going to be a signature.
Oh, if we hit 1500, I'm going to drop a metadev on stream. We're at 1492. I need 1 win to hit 1500.
Well, you just ruined it.
Did I? I shouldn't have said anything.
Any tips for engaging with hammer? Sidelight is going to be your general poking tool. Every weapon kind of has that one move that's their reaching tool. Hammer, sidelight, dash, sidelight is generally what you're going to be going for. Dash and stomp can be really good as well. What's nice about stomp is it's got relatively low recovery frames, so you cover it with a neutralite. Also, dash jumps can be really good. I know dash jump pivot dare is really strong, but you have to be a little bit closer for that to work. And then dash jump Sair if you think that they are the type of person who likes to jump when you make that approach. So those are some different options for approaching with hammer.
Random.
Take an L and get another win. That's the plan.
You're planning on taking this out. How are you doing? Chat wants to know.
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Yeah,
I'm at my highest elo ever. Like,
You're doing really well right now.
And I didn't even drink coffee this morning.
Maybe that's the answer.
Why is he laughing? So I'm a happy
Good.
person.
He's having fun.
I'm actually a jolly person.
I see someone talking about spammers in chat. The real answer is that spamming is it's not a viable thing to get very far in the game. Spamming makes you predictable, and as I've been pointing out with these dodge reads, predictability is hugely punishable. Predictability is when you start to get those bigger, more punishing strings. When you have predictable dodges, that's when you get punishable. When you get those predictable movements, locking yourself into the high recovery frame signatures, that's when you get punished.
Oh, come on!
Surus is getting into it now. How to use core.
No!
Core's got a lot of good reversal skills. A big thing about Core is that he's got high defense, so he can take a couple of hits and push it back.
No!
But you just got to be careful. Make sure you're going for the string. He's got a lot more verticality in his toolkit. So generally speaking, going vertical is going to be your advantage with Core.
Oh.
To get the code, you just have to be in the stream. Yes, Pro Brawlhalla bot is just rolling from people who are watching over on Twitch. Mishadzel asking about
Mishadzel's here.
Support. Just be patient. There's quite a bit in that support queue, but we're not ignoring you. Just be patient. Tips on getting to diamond high plat. You're low plat.
Oh, I forgot how to dodge actually.
Yeah, I can tell. You've been dodging in the exact same way, like every single time. If you're in that low plat area, you probably have a decent understanding of your combos, and that's when you start needing to go for your reads.
Oh, I knew it as soon as I hit that. Oh, I'm sorry. I know you're trying to actually be helpful to people, and here I am just.
I'll let you finish this one out, and I'll answer his question.
Oh, that was supposed to be ground pound. Lovely.
Just don't get 3 stocks.
I'm about to.
What are you doing? You're just panic sticking. Next time you hit through the side light, do a gravity cancel down sig.
Gravity cancel down sig.
What was that? Ah! You did. I don't know what you're doing. You're just panicking. That was raw panic right there. Chat, that's what it looks like when you panic.
I know.
You're just being super obvious. All
right. That was. We knew that one was coming.
Yeah,
all right? Everybody knew that one was coming. How did I lose that much elo? What?
I don't know what that guy's elo was.
It was the same as mine. 1493.
So yeah, I think you lose about 17 when you're same elo.
All right, we're gonna come back with Hikori. Let's go.
He's now chewing on the wire. How do you get plat? How do you get higher plat diamond? Again, it's going to be either dodge read, getting those more dodge reads more consistently. You probably had plat last season.
Plat on Switch or something, hopefully.
Dodge reads last season, or dodge reads, or focus on your neutral. You might be approaching in very obvious ways. Rewatch matches that you lose and see, okay, am I always just going for a dash side light every time? Or do I need to start incorporating dash jump approaches? Or am I not going for the full read, right? I'm hitting my side light, but I'm not going for stuff afterwards, or I keep going for the same stuff afterwards. Or maybe you're just dodging in very obvious ways, right?
What?
Like every time you get hit by the blaster's neutral light, you're just spot dodging, you know, something like that. You're stuck around 1,300. I don't know what that elo is off the top of my head. Like, I know the number, but I don't know what ranking that is. If I am right, it's likely that you don't understand a fundamental. You don't know your combos. Don't know how to return to stage. Don't jump. You jumped into the neutral stick twice, and I was like, oh, he's going to do it again. You're just going to jump into it.
I thought he was going to do it for sure.
But yeah, it's likely that you're missing just a fundamental if you're stuck around 1,300. You're new and you're gold. Wow, congrats. You play Cannon and Guitars. Any help? So it sounds like you play Lin Fei, or you switch around between characters with those weapons, but likely you play Lin Fei if you're saying you play Cannons and Guitars. Guitars, completely based around dodge reads, very similar to Scythe. So generally, you're going for a downlight and then trying to see how they read. That's when you get those big stuff. The most popular option is the downlight dare resets, right? Make sure you're hitting sidelight dash downlight. That's also a really big tool for guitars. And then for cannon, a lot of times it's open with downlight for the true combos. And then
y'all watching this?
It's all downhill now.
Where's my inputs at?
All downhill now.
No, it's not. We still got this, yo.
Open with the down. Whoa!
Oh, right into it.
You're gonna have to lose this one, otherwise the computer's gonna restart.
Are you serial?
Oh. All right. Hopefully it'll last long enough for you to finish this match.
Oh, that was bad.
Tips on mental and getting mad. Taking more breaks.
Asking the wrong person.
Taking more breaks is generally like the easiest thing to do. Also putting things into context helps a lot, right? Like in the grand scheme of things,
it's just a game.
Is that, well, that too, but like, is that one loss, is that the end of the world? Probably not. You know, understand that everybody loses. It's part of the game. All of us want to be that guy who has a 99% win rate, right? Or a 100% win rate. But realistically, like, very, very few people are going to have that low of that high of a win rate, and you're likely going to have like a 50% win rate, usually.
We got a perfect this one.
Wilson asking me a question on hammer. Usually grounded is good for initiating. That's my opinion. Because usually if you go for the grounded approach and if you miss and they jump or something like that, a jump dare is a really good way of protecting you, or you can go for a neutral hit, right?
Rip.
You can go into jump options off of a missed grounded approach. So I like approaching grounded. Dash sidelight is really good. Where'd it go?
Oh, I'm going to lose a ton of elo on that
I'm
one.
going to need you to stop pressing buttons.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. If the computer restarts, I apologize.
Oh, no. Is it going to restart?
I don't know. It, like, disappeared because it kept interacting with the controller. How do you... Where is the...
I'm just going to blame the pop-up for that last lock.
Where does... Is this the thing? Where's...
Oh, there we go. Scheduled now, right?
Okay. All right, that's fine. That's probably fine.
All right. Ooh, I'm getting a little sweaty.
But yeah, to answer Wilson's question, yeah. I generally approach grounded with my hammer initially. It obviously, you know, it depends on the opponent, right? Because there's a lot of people who think that there's a lot of people who are going to jump when you start walking forward, right? So then you go for a dash jump stairs to really hit them. Or if you know that they're really high recoverers, then you go for a jump nair, and then you can go for a falling stair afterwards if your nair misses. Ooh. So those are like the two different routes. You play low to mid plat. Is dodging diagonal good? Yes. There's nothing bad about dodging diagonal. Again, it's situational, right? Because if you're always dodging diagonal back down, then it's probably not the best thing in the world, right? Because you're, especially in your mid plat, you're going to get caught starting to do that. But yeah, if you're only dodging in the 4 diagonals, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure you're mixing up your directions. That's far more important than worrying about if you're going diagonal versus straight up and down.
Oh!
How can you connect Fate 6? I'm not quite sure what you mean by connect, Shadow Killer. But if you're saying like how do you connect into them, it's going to be similar to basically every character. Is you got to find that setup tool for it. So for Fate, right, like you have Orb Sidelight Neutral Signature is a really common read, but you got to obviously read that you got to make sure their dodges down. That's a big thing. And then what's another one? Down Signature is really solid for Fate as well on the Orb. That's another one that you can set up into. Like you hit a grounded downlight into gravity cancel down sig. Works really well. And then I've seen some people go for if they hit the down signature at low health, then you then you can go for a read with, I think it's a side signature. You can go for a read with the orb side signature after that. Hopefully that helps. Mid silver, any tips? Likely you're missing a fundamental. If you're missing,
What are you doing?
If you're lower than gold, you're probably being very, very obvious with your approaches. You're probably panicking. You're probably not hitting your true combos.
Yes, I am.
And or you are probably not dodging, like, at all. A lot of times, like when I'm watching Surus and he's really struggling, I just look at him and I'm like, why are you dodging the way that you're dodging? Like, you're just not dodging in places where you could dodge out, or you're dodging into the exact same thing multiple times. If you aren't sure which of those things applies to you, watch your replays and see, okay, well, I know that there's a true combo of downlight side air on sword, but every time I hit downlight, I'm just doing a side light afterwards, and then go into training mode and practice that, things like that.
Evening it up. Let's go. Got nothing.
Controls on Switch, perfectly fine. I think all controller controls are essentially the same. It comes down to comfort with the controllers. Because the buttons are gonna feel slightly different, or it's gonna the controller itself is gonna feel slightly different. I know I prefer D-pad when I'm playing with a controller, except when I'm on a Switch, because I'm not a fan of using those 4 buttons as D-pads. So just it is fine. It's just a comfort thing.
No, almost.
I'm gonna wait for this match to end, and I'm gonna tell you what guy in YouTube says, and he's right. It says his gameplay is impatient, and I agree. Surus, you're playing impatient.
Yeah, I agree. I just want to go in all the time.
I think, see, the big thing is what happens to a lot of people, and what's happening to you now is you started off with this huge win streak, right? You had like 4 or 5 in a row, and now you're just like, I need that back.
That was the worst thing. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like if I took some L's at the start,
be different.
I'd be so careful right now.
I think right now you're
yeah. If I lose this one, we're gonna
you're
have
busy
a
fighting for that
chat break or something. I don't know. Just chill.
It's all right. Surus, better luck next time. Exactly. You're
Oh, are we doing this?
I'm just here for Brawlhalla. If you got gold last season, then you should be getting your border. If you got gold this season, then you don't get your border reward until the season ends. So if you haven't had gold if you didn't have gold last season, then you won't have the border, regardless of what elo you currently are. If you did have it last season and you're still not getting the border, send a message to support and they can look into it. But that's how the season rewards work. I answered some stuff about guitars and Canon earlier. But yeah, let's go over the guitars and Canon stuff again. Again, guitars, likely you want to start with your downlight and go for your dodge reads after it. Practice your side light, dash, downlight. Those are kind of some big stuff. If you're playing specifically guitars and Canon, you're playing Lin Fei. Lin Fei's got some good stuff where you do side light into like neutral signature. It's not true, but pretty good.
Nice.
Especially because a lot of people like to spot dodge out of that side light. So you condition them with the side light, down light, and then they're going to be like, okay, the second this guy messes up his side light dash down light, that's when I'm going to spot dodge it. I'll get out. I get this nice punish with an anti-air, and that's when you go for a dash in neutral signature and punish him for that. And then for Canon, just make sure you're approaching with the downlight. That's the longer reaching one. Neutral light's great for covering. Downlight has all those true combos, right? Downlight dare, downlight
Oh
dare.
no!
Unfortunate.
What? Where did this level of play come from?
Nanobot Chemo. Thank you for the subscription. Low gold. Then you're about Surus's elo. Honestly, where you are right now, best place to learn. watch Surus and look at what he's doing. If there's something that he does and you're like, wow, that was stupid, then look at your gameplay, make sure that you're not doing it. Because y'all are about the same elo, so the game thinks that y'all are about equivalent in skill level. So there's going to be things that you can learn from watching him and being like, wow, that's not something that people should ever do. Or conversely, oh, that's something that I should be doing at my skill level, despite the fact that we're at the same skill level. And it kind of fleshes out what you're doing better. Unfortunately.
I need to take a break. I need to take a break. What? I think this is the meta-dev Bryn skin someone's asking.
Yes.
Oh, man.
You cannot get that skin anymore. What is my elo?
It's done.
I get diamond every season. I think I'm currently 18-something right now, but I get diamond every season.
Stop dodging in. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to keep track of my dodges. Oh, look at that elo beating. Oof.
Drop somebody elo. I've had worse.
Oh.
Definitely had worse. But yeah, I actually noticed that at the end of your last game, is that you were dodging into that spear stuff. So they would do like a move and then just stand there and do like a down signature, and you're completely running into that. He dodged in 3 times. See, this is why you should go back and watch your replays, because you can see it on Surus, right? You're like, dude, this guy dodged in every single time. Of course he's getting blown up. But then you're like playing and you don't realize that you're dodging in. So rewatch your VODs. Is keyboard bad or too complicated? No. It's 100% about comfort, though. When you're getting into the game, play with what you're comfortable with. Plenty of people do well with controller. Plenty of people do well with keyboard. Surus, I'm going to let you answer some questions. I'll let you pick whatever you want to answer.
Someone says, can I snipe? Yes, you can totally snipe me. Just let me win.
Just please. I need it.
Yeah. Raise me up to 1500. Altars was trying for a while, but it's tough. I'm not going any lower than 1460. Tips for 2v2.
Tips for 2v2 golds. Probably, honestly, learn your 1v1s. I generally equate whatever your elo is in gold to being 1 tier higher than what your elo is in 1v1s. So if you're golds and 2s, then you're probably about silvers in 1s, and that means that you should be practicing all your fundamentals.
Oh, are you ready for a win?
Why, you a Thatch man?
It's my boy Thatch.
Classy Thatch.
It's classy Thatch, yeah.
Fun fact, we don't have community colors on this account. So no, we cannot show you the
Somebody
community colors.
CCs, please.
That's something that we keep forgetting to do. Actually, wait, no, this is your account, so you might, but...
Oh, I do.
On the BMG account, we don't have it. Stop ground pounding with spear on stage, also a really good one.
Okay. I'm so confident. I'm gonna let this person wet and starve me a little bit.
Yeah, AJ Moore, if you got some CC codes, you can it's fine. All right. Any other questions? Anything that y'all are struggling with? Ground pounds on stage are generally a very bad move. Exceptions to the rule, axe ground pound actually works fairly well on stage, in part because it changes up that timing, right? And then another part is because it's got a multi-hit in it. So axe ground pound is one of the few that I would say works pretty well on stage. Sword can kind of work, and blasters can kind of work as well. But generally speaking, doing ground pounds on stage is not a good idea. How do you approach with Scythe in low flat? Most Scythe mains will approach with down air. That's the honest truth, is most Scythe mains will approach with down air. the ones who I think do better are the ones who approach grounded, right? They approach with the downlight.
Sorry for screaming into your ear.
They approach with the downlight, and then the downlight's got that long reach, and then they can cover themselves with a neutral light, or they'll go for a dash side light. Those are kind of the two things that I think work better and are good for mixing.
I think I'm just gonna Diana cheese to see how far, just all the way to 1500.
SMH.
All right.
SMH. Someone said, how do you deal with plats when you're a gold? One thing to realize is, like, if you're high gold or if you're at an elo where you're fighting people of the next tier, then the difference between your elo and the next tier elo's person is really not that much. It's the same as saying, how do you deal with a plat 5 when you're a plat 4? Exact same thing as how do you deal with a plat 1 when you're a gold 5. Just realize that the difference is not that big, and there's a decent chance you're probably psyching yourself out. Woo! Woo! Oh my gosh.
At least I'm having fun, you know?
Yeah, that's what's important. How do you deal with Lance Air opponents? People who like to use Lance Air approaches a lot. Realize
Get out of here with this gel light! Oh my god! How do I play against this?
Let me watch it for a sec. Not a lot.
Coach, I need some help.
He's just doing downlights. Do air approaches. Dash jump over it. This is the guy that you're going to want to float a little bit more on.
Okay.
Nice.
Whoa.
How to train weapon throws. Practice it in training mode, or go into custom lobbies and play some, I think it's not bomb skip ball. What's the other one? The bomb, there's one where you're just literally throwing bombs at each other. And that's
bomb catch or something?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Dodge bomb? Is that what it's called? Yeah. Try go into training mode and practice dodge bomb. Because all weapons are gonna arc the same way. That was gross. They're all gonna arc the same way. And so if you practice in dodge bomb, if you can hit bombs long range, then you can hit weapon tosses long range.
No! Okay, I almost got there. The floaty thing.
That wasn't bad.
It worked. Okay. I'm gonna give you a GG, but I don't want to. I don't know. I'm so a little salty right now.
Is he reading Twitch chat or just
Tell
YouTube?
him when he is on sword, he needs to approach airily against guns. Tell him to work more dare into his game instead of Sarah. His main option is Sarah. This is for sword? Okay, his main option is side air, which is fundamentally wrong. Okay. Tell him to work more down air into his game. Okay.
That's a good point. I noticed when Surus landed on his opponent, he went for a sidelight again because...
Can I get focused?
Yeah, you're good. Oh, yeah. I thought you meant like emotional focus. I was like, all right, do whatever you want.
I appreciate you like taking care of me too. Hey, you're good. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're fine. I noticed when Surus landed on his opponent, there's this thing that like a lot of people do in gold, which is my opponent is in the right direction, I'm gonna do a sidelight. Once you understand your weapons better, you'll know like I was stacked even though he's like slightly to the left or right of me. I should have gone for a downlight there. I should have gone for a neutral light there. That's just like not understanding that weapon or understanding that kit, and that's what I mean when I'm saying like you're likely missing some fundamentals somewhere.
This is a wash. This one. Whew.
But yeah. Is there any chance of a Qatar orb character? Never say never, but that's a question for the Tuesday stream. Friday stream, we try to teach y'all how to get better. Much like how this song is now gone, but I can't do anything. Tips for controlling the rage, controlling the stress, your frustration. Take breaks, have fun, right? Put things into context. Those are the general rules that we give, right? For me, it's a lot of like take breaks, look at cute animals on the internet, hang out with my pets, right? Just take a breather. If I realize my heart rate is elevated, then I know that I'm going to be playing more frantically and more stressed, and I'm going to be making worse decisions. So I need to take a break. I recognize that. And generally speaking, once you understand that like you're in a heightened state and you need to kind of pull yourself away from it, then you'll realize you'll start to do better when you can kind of put that into context or control. I know one thing that, if y'all know Part of the Creed, he used to intern here, and he would be on these streams with me. One tip that he used to give people is to think about what fundamentally was wrong, right? What happened in that match that messed up for me? Where did I mess up? So that's something that helps put it into context for him. Is like I could have won that if I was better at my dodges. Okay, now I know what I did wrong. I know what to work on, what next step to take. So yeah. Put him back into Blaster's boot camp. Is he making some really obvious mistakes?
I don't know, yo. I even it up. I mean, I'm not saying my Blasters is there. Oof. Oh, what? What?
I'm gonna let you finish this match, and then we're gonna get
what?
more music and probably go into the big away. If you're
What already?
yeah, it's 1:52.
No, I want to play more.
All right, fine. We'll do the big away.
I
while
actually
you
have
play.
so much work to do today as well.
If you are having trouble against someone who is using some signatures a lot, recognize how those signatures work, right? A lot of times, especially if you're in silver and you're getting caught by someone who's using signatures a lot,
What?
it's probably because they're hitting you with side signatures.
Oh, I threw this game.
What was that? Next time you hit a neutral light, do a chase dodge and sig.
I'm throwing, y'all.
Instead of using side sig on Nyx, you should use down signature. It's a good tip. I don't know if he can listen to me right now. How do you enter the giveaway? We'll get into that once we get to that part of the stream. That was well played.
Can I play one more?
Yeah, I don't care.
I'll play one more. I need to end on a win, y'all.
Right. Let's see.
What's my ELO 1400? Oh, instead of 15, we're dropping to 13 tonight.
Yeah. Sorry. All right. We got some intense music for his potentially last game. Make a stream dedicated to Sandstorm coaching Surus. Unfortunately, Sandstorm's he's a busy guy, man. He's hard to.
Also, I don't know if he's gonna want to do that. I'm not exactly the best student.
Oh yeah. So somebody was asking like, "Hey, I'm silver. I'm struggling against somebody who's using a lot of signatures. What do I do?" And the answer is you need to understand what these signatures are doing and how to punish them, right? So likely if you're in silver, what's happening is that they're hitting a lot of side signatures. So what do you need to do against someone who's side signaturing? More often than not, it's just jump. Jump over it. Then you're going to be fine. You can punish from above, punish from behind. Usually that's what's happening is you're getting caught by somebody who's side signaturing them. If you can't punish them, one, everything is punishable. Literally everything is punishable. So you just need to figure out how to punish them, not, oh, okay, that's just completely unpunishable. It's how do I punish it? And sometimes the answer isn't necessarily you have to punish it immediately, but bait out the thing that makes it safe and then punish that. Right. So like, you got spear players who will cover themselves with neutral light. You want to bait out that neutral light punish with an aerial or something like that, right? Exactly the same thing. But literally nothing in the game is unpunishable. You just need to figure out how. You need to focus. You need to think about what's happening and how do I beat it, right? This song is very intense.
That's why I took on my
yeah. How to counter Axe and Lance. Lance, very horizontal weapon, so generally you want to be vertical against it, either staying grounded and punishing from below, or staying above it and punishing from above with like dares, right? And then against Axe, Axe has a fair amount of recovery frames. I know people are going to be salty and say that it doesn't, but it does have more recovery frames than most other weapons. And so what you really want to do is be baiting out those Axe moves and then punishing those recovery frames. It also has a fair amount of startup. Well, it's got more startup than like sword neutral light, spear neutral light, gauntlets neutral light. All are going to be faster. So if you want, stack up on the Axe and hit him with a neutral light because you're going to beat out. Spear doesn't stack up for the neutral light, but the point is that you can beat it in the startup. Remember when Bodbar had a lance? A long time ago. That's alpha. Alpha gameplay. But yeah, like I was saying, like if you're saying, oh, every time I try to punish this move, they're able to dodge out in time. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Player 2
That was so bad. That was so bad.
Then you want to practice.
Random.
We're going
Why are
right
you
back
going?
in.
Okay,
We're
see,
right back in.
this is
We're
what I'm
going
talking
right back in.
about mental though.
We're
Is
going right back in.
Surus very clearly should be taking breaks.
Oh. Who is it? Who is it? It's the man.
Becky Lynch. She's playing. She's fighting this weekend. I don't know who else is a wrestling fan. I'm excited for that one. Becky Lynch versus Asuka at Royal Rumble this Sunday. Just saying. Bloodborne used to have a lance. There was a period in time where every character in the game had what is it called? Had every weapon. So rather than each character has 2 weapons, there's a period in time where every character could pick up any weapon. The game has changed a lot since then. That was like early alpha.
So I saw someone say I could have chased dodged up. That's actually what I was trying to do, except I got canceled instead. It was a misinput.
I don't know if they can hear that, but I'll repeat it. Surus said, I saw someone in chat say I could have chase dodged up, and that's what he tried to do, but he misinputted and got a gravity cancel neutral signature instead. WrestleMania, is that close already? Yeah, Royal Rumble is this weekend, and then WrestleMania is next month, I think? I don't remember. I know it's in Florida, though, because I super wanted tickets, but it's also super expensive. Brock shouldn't win Royal Rumble.
Whoa.
If you have opinions on balance, the Forge is probably your best place to go. Honestly, Twitch chat, not going to be a great way of getting your balance opinions. Liv Morgan, I love me some Liv Morgan. I wish she would stop losing Milana though. When does the Friday stream end? It's supposed to end in a minute, but Surus is very adamant about playing his ranked game and winning on a ranked game, so yeah. Is that why we have crossover skins for WWE? I mean, it's not like we have crossover skins in WWE crossover skins specifically for Royal Rumble or anything like that. It's just, you know, it's a thing that happens. We have crossovers and all sorts of stuff. We got Steven Universe, Adventure Time, Shovel Knight, Hellboy. Yeah, I see someone asking about like rewards. Season rewards are all based off of your peak, so you can hit diamond in a season and drop down to gold and still get your diamond rewards. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, no problem. Roomba Doomba. That's what these Friday streams are for. Would Surus be up to playing 2s sometime? He does play 2s. Generally, we don't play 2s on these Friday streams, mostly because I'm of the opinion that 1v1s is going to give you a lot of the tools that you'll need to be good at 2v2s. So focusing more on 1v1s is my approach to teaching, but there's definitely nothing wrong with 2v2s. You're going to see Surus keep a stock lead. He seems to get far too comfortable when he's in the lead. That's possible. Whirly fine. Thank you for the subscription. How do you best counter guns? Guns is a weapon that is very movement focused. So guns are all about getting that spacing right. It's got a lot of long range attacks, very long reaching side light, and then they'll generally try to protect themselves with a neutral light. You want to bait out that neutral light, and then you want to get stacked on top of them, because once you're stacked on top of them, they're going to struggle. So that's the thing to keep in mind, is trying to get stacked up on them.
We're going right back in. I'm going to lose all my elo today. I'm going to end that.
We're going to end with Surus and Silver. So basically your teammate needs to get better at 1s to get better at 2s. Not 100%. Wow, you are actually going to drop into Silver. Not 100%. It kind of depends on where you're at elo-wise. Like once you're in Plat to Diamond, you probably are pretty decent, and you just need to focus up on working with your teammate more than going into 2 1v1s and being able to play off of your teammate. But if you're like gold and under, then yeah, practice your 1v1s. Even go into 1v1s against your teammate. Just kind of like practice those various dodge reads, like figure out how your moves work. He does need to take a break. But I can't tell Surus what to do, unfortunately. I'm not his boss. I'm just a guy who's trying to make him better at the game sometimes. He's torturing himself, Droopy. He's torturing himself. Use some tips on cannon, specifically on Zol. What's nice about Zol's cannon is that you only need to hit like 6, 7 moves, get like 1 or 2 dodge reads, and then you can start looking for kills. Of course, you want same general cannon rules as be going for those downlight approaches. But a big thing to know about Zol's cannon is his down signature is fairly underutilized. His side signature is overutilized. Do not use that too much. And his neutral signature can be really good, especially like when your opponent is the type of person who likes to recover really high. You use the neutral signature, and then eventually they'll start trying to recover high and then go back low, and then you just hold the neutral signature. It drops back down to the ground, and then you catch them landing. Super nice. Tell him to say toasty. He's got to get a toasty kill. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Taking risks for I was 400 elo once. Dude, Wilson, I don't know if you remember back before I became a dev, but I would lose like 200 elo in a night and just be like, oh goodness.
This is the one. We're ending on this one.
You have Qatar down there. I mean, it's not necessarily wrong to be going for the neutral signature, especially since Surus probably doesn't know the follow-ups off of Qatar downlight. So for individual move damage, he'll get more off of the neutral signature than the downlight. Who do I main? I'm a disgusting Taros main. He was the only Axe character when I first got into Brawlhalla, and I've stuck with him literally ever since.
I wanted the 3 stuck, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna end.
What to input to do a ledge cancel dash? You keep failing to do it. You have to do diagonal down. That might be where you're messing up, but also it's probably just timing. You have to just try to focus on getting your feet like just onto the ledge. Any tips to beating Boomy? Man, if I had the answer to that one, I might. But no. Probably just play more. The more you play, the more you'll get closer to his skill level. But Boomy's
GG.
Super good. Okay, are you ready?
I am ready. I'm ready. Apologies, chat and viewers, for taking more time
He had to do
than
it.
was necessary. I had to do it to him.
He had to do it.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go take a walk after this.
Yeah.
Actually, I need lunch. I'm starving. What are you doing for lunch?
I don't know. I think Winnie and I are trying to figure something out. What are you craving?
Man, Panda Express.
Panda
I had
Express?
Panda Express yesterday.
You're a big Panda guy?
I have been on a Panda kick, which is
See,
not the best thing.
I don't have any problems with Panda, but in order to keep my calorie count low, I end up going for the super greens, and the super greens
So nasty.
are super
So
not.
I tried them once and never
Yeah,
again.
I was like, I have to force it in me because I'm like, this is 70 calories, so I can do a
Right.
super green. All right, type hashtag not silver in
Hashtag not silver. I
Twitch
love it.
chat if you want to be entered into the big away. What we do with these big aways is we roll after enough people enter. We roll from all the people in Twitch chat who have entered, and then at the end of the stream, we'll whisper you with a code for a cosmetic item as well as.
I was gonna put like happy music.
Yeah, I was gonna do like.
Can you put on some like yoga music, some meditation stuff?
Let's see what this,
Binaural beats for concentration or something.
what was this one? But yeah, just type hashtag not silver, capital N, capital S, and then
Chat.
you'll get some cosmetic item and a community color after the stream.
Chat. By the end of March, I will have gone into 1500. I'm doing smaller little challenges. All right, 1500.
Yeah.
We're almost in
Goal
February.
setting.
End of February.
Goal setting.
So in
So-
1 month, I want to hit 1500.
Let's go over goal setting 101. You have to set the goal, and then you have to create a plan to achieve said goal.
Plan is I'm just gonna.
That's not a plan. You're already failing. You're doing terrible.
I am gonna watch more replays. I have to watch more replays. I don't watch enough replays.
You have to, it has to be quantifiable.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you quantify moving up in elo? Like, what's your okay? So that's a good. This is probably pretty important for chat.
Yeah.
So like, if you set a goal, what is ways to quantify that for me to move up?
So there's ways of like, if you know that one of your limiters is emotional, right? And maybe you're the type of player who gets overly emotional.
I think I get a lot more emotional on stream.
Then you say, after each game, I'm going to take a 30-second break.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So that's
panic sigging is a big one.
Right, exactly. So you go, okay, after each game, I'm going to take a 30-second break. Or after each game, I'm going to watch my replay, right?
Okay.
And then you have...
I hate doing that, though, dude.
I
It's
know.
so boring. It's the most boring thing ever.
But it's important.
Like I just played,
right?
and I just got clapped, and now I got to
And
sit
you're like,
down
I
and watch
want to
me get
play
clapped
again. I get it.
I don't want to
But
do that.
those are different things.
Okay. After every game, after every loss, I got to watch a replay.
Yeah.
How about that? I can do that.
Okay.
At least if after a win, a 30-second break, maybe.
Okay.
Just to bring me back down. Because I think you're right. Like if I get like right now, like my leg is on fire. Like
When you finish a game and you're spamming join again, that's when you know you're too heightened.
Yeah.
I'm
definitely super heightened. Okay.
Things like that are quantifiable, or like for some people's ranked climb, it's just I need to play 10 games a day, right? Because it's like I don't play enough. That's why I'm limited. That's what's happening, right? So those are various quantifiable goals.
I do agree. So I think my highest climbs were when I was playing ranked every day. I've kind of stopped, and I've been playing a lot of. What do I play a lot of?
Brawlhalla?
No. The one where it's like.
Welcome to Brawlhalla.
I can't. I've lost all brain function. The one where you have a different legend for each.
Oh, Strikeout.
Strikeout. I play a lot of Strikeout, and I think it's fun, but yeah, I need to play more ranked because honestly, like I don't feel like I improve when I play Strikeout.
Well, I mean, the big thing is like, are you playing to have fun or are you playing to improve?
Both.
Because I think, in my opinion, what happens a lot is like when you end up playing Strikeout, it's a slightly less stressful environment.
Yeah.
So you're not necessarily focused on, all right, well, how do I incorporate these dodge reads more? Or how do I focus, like, I need to focus on how my opponent reacts so that when I actually play ranked, I am paying attention to how they react.
Right.
So that's how I feel. It's like I play Strikeout to relax.
Yeah.
And just to like do stupid things and see what works versus ranked.
Imagine being able to relax when playing Brawlhalla. I'm sweating, man. I always sweat, you know?
Well, to be fair, this room's hot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good point though. I need to find a way to like be like, okay, like I'm just, you know. I can't be always trying to, you know, go 110.
I think it's like you need to like check in with yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like again, it's not easy to do. It's something that I'm still working on as a person and a player, but it's like you need to take those periodic check-ins like after a match and be like, okay, am I in a really heightened state?
Right.
Or am I good to play another one? Am I playing sloppy and am I dropping a lot of inputs that I think I should be hitting?
Do I need to reapply deodorant?
Yeah,
and
things
maybe
like
take
that.
a break.
All right. We are going to be giving cosmetic items to Banana911, Gengar 334343, X No Limit X, Scorchy 5, Insane Amount 762, X Fisols 1, Catrazel, Whimsy XO, Rex the Foxy 1112, 6996225043.
Sounds like a bot account. 699254053.
That's a guy who just hit the num keys.
Yeah.
Dark Blocks and B412net100. That sounds like a Wi-Fi. You all will get some sort of cosmetic code after the stream, as well as a community color.
Yeah.
Just make sure your whispers are open. Sometimes when we try to whisper y'all, it doesn't allow us. So just keep that in mind. Thank you all for watching, though. It's been the Friday stream. Hopefully y'all learned some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's always so fun to play
put on
ranked
screen
with 500 people watching.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for watching, though. No, I really do
stressful.
appreciate it. Yeah. 1,000 users? What? That many people saw me get wrecked?
I don't know. I think this has added up over time.
Okay.
But thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And we will be back next Monday for the esports stream.